Hi guys, just gonna wait for a few to come on. Oh, there's the notification, everyone should be coming on now. Hi. If you're watching live, can you comment #live so I can see who's on here, who I'm talking to. Hi. I'm so excited about today. Yesterday was amazing. I had such good response, so I'm really excited for today's one. I was going to wait a few more minutes just because it's only just turned 1. I have a message from Spirit as well today for this one. What are your thoughts on yesterday? The two that are watching, what are your thoughts on yesterday? How did you find it? Oh, there's more. Hi. If you're watching the live, comment #live so I know who's watching. Oh. Can you hear me now, Al? Can anyone hear me? I know the comments like lag, so just bear with for a minute. Okay, you can't hear me. Okay, I'm just talking to myself. Okay then. Okay, thank you. Right, well I'm going to get started. So if you're watching live, #live, and if you're watching the replay, then comment #replay. Day 2 is really fun, and I have message from Spirit for day 2, so they are always right. Right, okay, we'll get into it. So today is all about, yesterday we did the energy healing. I wanted to get our mind like ready for today, like for the rest of the week, and I want to change our perspective and things like that, so we're actually able to embody our new version of ourselves to be able to manifest. I've seen a lot of people that think manifestation is like what I used to think really as well. You know, you just ask for something and it's magic and it just like it appears, and that is true, but you have to go through you have to believe it and you have to feel that it's true. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just doing that, but then live a different life from that. You need to embody it and you need to feel it. So that's why I go through all the energy work when we're doing manifestation, because clearing all the negative limited beliefs, like if I'm trying to manifest money and I think I'm not worth anything to get the money, then I'm not going to manifest the money. So I think that's a thing that people don't understand when it comes to manifestation. You have to really, whatever you're feeling, if I'm saying the word money, I don't feel like triggered by that. I feel really empowered by that word. But other people that are maybe in a situation where they're really struggling and they're worrying about it, if you're worried about it, it's just gonna push it away and just like give the universe the message that I haven't got it and there's a reason why I'm worried and this is why it's not coming. So you need to, that's why I personally do the healing before, and that's why I said just trust the process, because it is for a reason. So today is all about clearing the clutter. We're going to be clearing everything in our lives basically, and the message from Spirit that I got when I was channeling to write all my notes down was get rid of the unnecessary and make room for the inspired. So whoever knows about manifestation a lot already, they know that the only work you should be doing is inspired work. I'm not just about to go and do a little ritual because someone told me on like Facebook or YouTube that that's what gets me that thing, because it's not. Like, they're meant to be fun and they're meant to be inspired and like something that just makes you feel good about the situation, rather than I'm just going to do this because this is what's going to get at me. If you're not feeling it, it's not going to get at you. So that was the message from Spirit. So clearing the clutter is mentally and physically, and that's a big deal. So if you're trying to manifest money and you've got bills coming in that you're ignoring and it's bringing more tension and more panic into like your feelings, then you need to go and like fix it. I'm not saying that you're gonna just be like, oh okay, like I used to panic when I was a lot younger. I used to panic about if I had a bill and be like, oh my god, and I wouldn't fix it straight away, rather than if you just ring and you speak to them on the phone and sort the bill out, then it does go away. You don't need to stress about it anymore. So sort them problems out. Doesn't mean that you've got more money coming in. You just need to sort what you've got out and be more organised with that, so it's not on your mind 24/7, because that's lack of, and you're gonna then attract lack of. So you won't be in the right state of mind to attract money when you're panicking about every time the letterbox goes, you've got a bill. So that's clearing out the clutter for that. And also, if you're trying to manifest happiness, then you need to get rid of all the negative people and situations around you. So this is a big one for me because I did not know how to use my throat chakra, and I, like, in certain situations I would give it right back and I would tell them straight, but in other situations I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to hurt people's feelings, and because I was close to certain people, then I just let them be negative around me and pull me down. So it took me a long while to get some guts and pull my crap together to do that one, but now it's really not even anything I think of now. I'm so happy, and I feel like a weight was lifted as soon as it all happened. Like, I just let it all go, and it's not my problem. It's their problem. If they're negative, that's their problem, that they need to work on. It's not you. If someone is being negative to me, that's because they are seeing something in me that's triggering them, and that's their problem. They need to deal with that. It's not my fault. So, also is like around, like, say like Facebook, scrolling through Facebook, and when you see negative things, like people just being negative, like arguing on there and screenshotting it and sending it to others, and like sharing them horrible posts with like fights and people getting beaten up or animals getting abused. Like, oh my god, block it. Like, you don't need to see it. I don't watch any of that. And I also have changed the TV shows that I'm watching as well. Like, I don't watch a lot of like I used to love watching things about like investigations and things like that, but then I had anxiety and things, but it wasn't about the show. But it's like, well, I am watching weird stuff like this, no wonder I'm thinking like bizarre things in my head. So I only try and watch like healthier things now, and things that I know that will raise my vibrations rather than lower them. So that's that one. But I also have a point about this as well. So when you're getting rid of the negative people in your life, sometimes, trust me, I know it's hard, because it took me a long time to do it, and I'm grateful for doing it now, and I'm in a lot better of a place, like so quickly as well. It's not like it took me a long time to get rid of the people in my life that were negative. Some were easier than others, but then as soon as I it's like spirit just like telling me. So as soon as like you're pushing against something, so here's the person that I don't want to offend but are actually very horrible and negative and not very nice to me, but I don't want to offend their feelings, so I'm like pushing against it rather than letting it go with the flow. And letting it go with the flow, she would have been out of my life a long time ago. I would have just let her leave, but I was just trying to be like, oh my god, no, I'll fix it, like I'll be better, I'll do this, I'll do that, and really they don't appreciate it, they're not appreciating you, and why do you want to be around people like that anyway? I don't need someone to like make myself feel better. So when you're going against it and against it and against it, it's going to build more momentum in that situation, and it's going to make the feeling even worse. So it'll make the feeling even like bigger, and the energy around the situation will, every time you walk into it, it'll be another thing irritating you or making you feel like that gut horrible feeling when you feel sick and panicked about something. So every time you ignore the situation and you keep butting heads with it, it gets bigger. But then as soon as you fix this situation and you go with the flow, you literally, like, you go from here for the healing, and the universe, it pushes you right forward. So just the healing from that one situation has drastically, and it was only a few months, like it's drastically changed my belief system and changed my outlook on life. So it's like, it's contrast, and contrast people don't like when they're talking about manifestation, because contrast is like something that's getting you away from you, like it kind of feels like it's stopping you from getting your desire, but really contrast will push us closer really, really quickly, and it'll, like, you'll have no choice because you've learnt your lesson, you've got rid of the negative situation or belief, and it pushes you forward really quickly to be able to like, oh wow, actually, like I really needed to learn that, and even though about 1 million people told me I needed to learn that lesson, I was still so scared of doing it, and I still kept putting it off and putting it off. But then it got to the point where I was backed up in a corner, I stuck up for myself, and then I was like, oh, okay, then I should have done that ages ago and I would have been so much better off. But sometimes you just need to be in that situation, it's fine. And the next one for clearing the clutter is, if you're trying to say, if you're manifesting your perfect partner, because I've seen a lot of people on this group wanting to manifest a partner. If you're trying to manifest a partner and your life is so hectic and so busy and you have no room for that person, you need to clear out all the clutter. Make sure you've actually got room to spend with the perfect partner, because how are you trying to manifest something that you have no energy for? It's not going to be, if they came at that time, the universe is very clever. So if if your life is really cluttered and you're trying to like attract someone, you're not going to be in the right state of mind to attract, or to, even if they came, they probably have come, but when they come into your life, you're not going to be the right person that you need to be able to have this relationship, if you get me, if that makes sense. So it also is to do with like the house, like, you know, like if you have all these things everywhere and you're like wanting to move in and blah blah blah, like move your shit. Make room for the things that you want. Like, I think it's one of my favourite manifestations is a house. I love going through the process. I was talking to about it to a lady that's on here because she's manifesting a house, and I also want to move, and I think it's the most fun process to get rid of all my stuff. I'm also having a baby, so I've cleared out a lot of in my house lately anyway, but I think it's just so fun, like get rid of all the things. You wouldn't want to move with like loads of crap that you've had for years in your cupboard that you didn't even know you had, and then when you clean in your room or your house and you like realise and you're like, oh, I didn't even know I had this, so you don't need it, throw it away. Like, you need to clear out everything in your life that is not serving you anymore, to make room for the inspired, like the spirit said. So get rid of the unnecessary and make room for the inspired. The only action you should be taking is inspired action. So if you're like, oh God, like I really want to make more money but I don't know how, but I've seen this thing on Facebook that make money fast, so I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to be rich. So then you go and do it. You're not inspired to do it, you're just pushing yourself to do it because you want the manifestation of money. So you go and do it, it flops, you feel like crap, you're even further away from your desire because you feel even worse about it now because it didn't work out well. So you feel not good enough, it stumbles and rolls and keeps going, when you could just pre-pave the way. Stop doing that. Feel good. The number one thing you need to be doing every morning when I get up, I choose to be happy. Like I said yesterday, like I'm a bit of what they call an alignment snob. I'm not doing anything unless I'm in alignment because I don't want to do it. Unless I'm in alignment and I feel like really good and it makes me feel really good to do that one thing and inspired to do that thing, then I'm not doing it because it's just a waste of my time, and I'd rather sit and like do things that make me happy because that's what's going to get me where I want. And you know, okay, we have to do like the mundane things, and you know, we have to do like, oh, I have to clean the house, like make that like fun then. Like if you need to do it, make it fun, or leave it, wait until you feel like, oh, you know what, I really want to do this today, I'm going to open all my windows, I'm going to blast music and I'm going to clean. Like, only do things that you feel good doing, because the not feeling good is when you're pushing against it and you're making it worse and making it worse. It doesn't need to be done right this second. Unless it, like, you've in work and you've got a deadline and it needs to be like this, then set your surroundings to make you feel better about the situation. But I think we should all be alignment snobs like me, because that's how you get what you want in life. Don't do it until you feel inspired to do it. But that's today, clearing out the clutter. So I have been clearing out my house because I'm due to have a baby anyway, so I've been doing that. But I personally feel like it's really really good for my brain and like mentally. When I do a clear out, I feel so refreshed and like I feel like I could do anything. I love cleaning, so maybe it's a bit different, but I feel like, you know, when you can't be inspired to do something when you're sat around and you can just see mess everywhere and like, oh, you've got a million things in your head you need to do, like a whole tick list you need to do, this is the part I'm on about. If it's the house that needs sorting, sort the house out, like clear it out, get rid of all the unnecessary things you don't need, because it makes you feel good and like new to get rid of all these things. And yesterday we was talking about stepping into the new vibration of yourself. So this new person that you're embodying, does she really like need all this crap? No, she doesn't. I told you that yesterday. She doesn't need all this baggage that you're dragging with you. She doesn't need it. She doesn't want it. So just get rid of it all, and then, you know, really believe that you are the new vibration of yourself. Also, it's like things like I've got like a list. I always write lists of things. When you've got a list of things you need to do, maybe like get the list done. Maybe it doesn't have to take just today. It can like take a few days or whatever, but the list of things that is on your mind all the time, you're like, oh, I really need to do that, but like, oh, I'll do it later. Like, if you, I know I just said like don't do anything until you feel inspired, but if you do it, like get yourself feeling good so you do feel inspired to do it. Like, just put on some happy music, do it, and then you'll feel so much better. You'll just be able to just like actually sit and meditate, or sit and read a book, or sit and watch your favourite programme, or sit and watch Abraham Hicks all day on YouTube like I always do. Like, you know, you make sure you're feeling inspired to do something, so when you get rid of all the crap, you have room for inspired action. And if you have room for inspired action, then do it. Take the inspired action, because that is what's getting you your manifestations, and that's what's bringing the manifestations to you. Okay, so I've talked forever now, so I will go and leave you to it, but me and my son are making some videos today because he wants to join in tomorrow's activity, and we'll be going live as usual at 1, but we're also going to be putting up little videos of our projects that you can do, and hopefully you'll feel inspired to do them, and it'll be fun and make manifestation fun. So today and yesterday was a little bit of the nitty-gritty stuff. Like, it, you know, it's hard working through things like this sometimes, but after today it's all about fun. So I shall see you tomorrow, and make sure you're writing your #day2 to be entered into the live healing with me, like the one-on-one healing, sorry. So make sure you're doing your hashtags every day to be entered into that, and I shall see you tomorrow.